Hi, how's everybody doing? It's Paul from Magpie 24/7 back again, and it is still absolutely fantastic to be a Newcastle supporter, and looking forward to this weekend's game against Brentford down at the Brentford Community Stadium, and an opportunity, a huge opportunity awaits Newcastle to go down there to get the win, which I think we're more than capable of doing, to be honest, with the form that we're in and the form that they're in. And then Newcastle to go above them with 2 games in hand. It is a massive opportunity. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because I think it's going to be anything far from. They've put up some really dogged and resilient displays recently in games that you wouldn't probably necessarily expect them to win, against the traditional so-called big or greedy 6. So, they have done well in that respect. They kept the scores down and stuff like that, but there's always a team that looks to be okay, looks to be mid-table, looks to be a certainty for staying up at least, that drops like a stone thrown in a fucking river. And on the outside of it, on the face value of it, they look like that team at the moment. And if we can get the victory this weekend, it will be massive. Like I said, it's not going to be easy. Newcastle will have to play their very best, no doubt about it. But we've been doing that recently, despite injuries, despite players missing and whatnot. But if we can do that, we can get the victory. We go above them in the table with 2 games on hand on them as well. So it could be a really pivotal week in the relegation scrap this weekend. So we've just got to do our business and hope that, again, results are probably better than last time out, but they go our way. And we're looking for 1 or 2 of the teams below us certainly to not pick up points, and us to pick up points and continue this fine run that we're on. We're on an absolutely fine run. If we can avoid defeat again, it'll be undefeated in 7. Currently undefeated in 6, and we're coming out of a game against West Ham sort of sitting there thinking, look, that's probably 2 points drop, because in every metric you want to really look at, Newcastle were the better side. We had the better chances, and it's a momentary slip. It's a defensive. It's a free kick that's swung in, that's outdone us. And I know that Newcastle this week have been working on that on the training pitch. Eddie Howe was not happy because he identified that as a strength of theirs, and we obviously didn't heed the notice quite on that. So they have been working on it, I know, in training. So looking for, again, a response, an improvement, as we've had pretty much every week since Eddie Howe came in and replaced the fucking buffoon that is Steve Pissflap Bruce and his bunch of not so merry men who couldn't fucking coach. Oh, fucking hell, they couldn't bastard coach her either, man. I want to touch on it, because not so much that I really give a shit, but for all of the media, for all the ex-fucking pros having to go at Newcastle fans, you don't know what you're saying, you don't know what you're doing. Well, he inherits another team, he's not winning, he's blaming the players again, he's saying that they can't play the way that he wants to play. And it's funny that, because every fucking club he goes to, even the players that he signs himself, can't play the way that he wants to play. It's absolutely hilarious, that, isn't it? Could it be that the way that he wants to play is absolutely and utterly fucking shite and pointless? Of course it fucking is! That bloke is an absolute and utter fucking pudding. He is a bastard pissflap. Useless bastard. He should have took his 8 million quid that he managed to fucking wrangle out in Newcastle and retired and gone and watched the fucking cricket and stuff like that. Because I'm telling you something, he's got no clue in this modern game at all. West Brom losing again last night, and it's never his problem, it's never his fault, it's always the players that he inherits. And you can, it doesn't matter which fucking club it is. He could walk into Chelsea and he'd say, oh, they're not playing my way, that's why we fucking lose, and that's why we're going to be relegated. Honestly, he's got more neck than a bastard giraffe. That's before you get to his fucking son, who, at least at West Brom, is clearly part of the problem. Again, justifying all the critique that the Newcastle fans said about the man. But we have been hounded and slaughtered over our treatment of Cabbage Head. Yet we weren't the ones who were fucking lobbing cabbages at him. It is so typical, the agenda and the saltiness against Newcastle United fans from the mainstream media, from some of the ex-pros, from your Paul Mersons, from your Gabby Agbonlaws. It's absolutely utterly fucking disgusting. This man is a serial loser. He's the Skittle man, but with shit. Everything that man touches turns to absolute shit, and he starts turning on the players, he'll start turning on the fans, he'll start turning on the local journalists, he'll start blaming people, twisting the words, anything at all to keep up. He's, like I said, he's salty little agenda and stuff like that. And then I had to laugh this morning, the Chronicle linking Sean Longstaff with West Brom. Fuck me. Unless this guy is going to see the season out and get fired, and bearing in mind what, we're fast approaching March and he hasn't won a bastard game this season over 2 fucking clubs, why would Sean Longstaff go to work with Steve Bruce? Why? Because unless he hasn't got a brain cell. This was the man that took a player that we were turning 20 and 30 million pound from Manchester United down for under Rafa Benitez to a player who just can't get anywhere near the first team. It looks a shadow of himself. So why would you go for more Bruce medicine? Why would you go to be further bruised? That's what you've got to ask yourself. Nobody in their right fucking mind would want to work with that Galah once, let alone twice. Andy Carroll must have been literally pulling out his fucking hair as soon as he saw the links with Steve Bruce with the manager's job at West Brom. Furthermore, when he saw that Alex Bruce was coming along with him as well for the fucking ride, Jesus wept. Poor Baggies fans. Every time I've been down there watching Newcastle play in the away end, it's been good banter, it's been good atmosphere, good crack, a decent bunch, and good, strong support for the team. But they are very, very, very going to quickly find out what an absolute charlatan and fraud that this man is. And again, see that all the warnings of the Newcastle fans were correct. The scapegoating of certain players has already begun. Fuck me. When he took over, they were just literally teetering in the playoffs. And now they're absolutely a million miles away. Automatic promotion looks an absolute, that's cut and dry and possibly gone. And he hasn't got the best record, despite the fact, he's a specialist. He's a specialist. The only thing he's specialist at is eating bloody apple crumble that his missus makes that he bangs on about, and his opinions on bacon sandwiches. Apart from that, that bloke has got no speciality whatsoever. I couldn't give a shit whether he kept in Newcastle with a £50 million, £100 million, £150 million bid for one of our players. The 2 words would, if I was in charge, would be coming straight back to you, Brucey. Fuck off! Phone straight down! Not dealing with that fucking Galah. No fucking way. You've had enough out of us. We're not dealing with you any fucking more. The bloke is a bastard dinosaur. But at least with the dinosaurs, they fucking had their age and went. This Galah, greedy bastard, wants to come back for yet another fucking payday. And that's all it is. It's not about I got the itch. I had a great conversation with the chairman about coffee and bacon sandwiches. And should I have tomato ketchup or fucking brown sauce on the top? Bullshit! You fought greed. You fought more fucking money. You didn't give a shit. If he gave a shit, he wouldn't go around managing Sheffield Wednesday after managing Sheffield United. He wouldn't go around managing Newcastle after managing Sunderland. And so on and so forth. Every fucking where he does it. Because I'll tell you something, Sunderland could offer me £1 billion a fucking day. £1 billion a day. And I wouldn't manage them bunch of fucking cockwombles down the A19. Chuffing bin sniffers. Not a chance. Because I'm a Newcastle United fan. Like Bruce pretended he was a Newcastle United fan. But of course we all know that is complete and utter fucking just trash from a pure cockwomble. No Newcastle United fan. None. would want to go and manage Sunderland. I'm telling you now. I'd rather be the good time that's been had by fucking all than and fucking prostitute myself out on the street, rather than take a penny from that red and white shit. Look at Alan Shearer when they offered him all that money to wear a Sunderland shirt on the fucking TV. You can have the money, I ain't wearing the fucking shirt, Flower. That's for certain. And that's the attitude of Newcastle United supporters. So yeah, I feel sorry for the West Brom fans. West Brom losing, surprise, surprise, shock horror, against Middlesbrough, who are making a storm for the playoffs. And if Newcastle can stay up and Middlesbrough can come up, I know it's not a proper fucking derby, Newcastle and Middlesbrough, but it's something a bit better, it's something a bit closer, so that they can stick it on a Wednesday or Thursday night and get Newcastle United fans to fucking travel down the country. It's less of a journey down to the fucking smog than it is down to, I don't know, a Southampton on a Thursday fucking night. Absolutely ridiculous. Fans not being put first again, despite what the Premier League spit out in all their rhetoric and bullshit from fucking Dick Master. Another fucking absolute idiot who doesn't belong in the position that he's in. Noticing a bit of a bastard pattern these days, that is for fucking sure. But back to Newcastle, we've got Brentford this weekend. Manquillo, it's looking more likely than not he will be missing out of that game. That's a great shame because, you know, he never really does anything wrong. He's had some good cameo appearances, and we really needed him, given obviously the injury to Kieran Trippier. He doesn't look as if he's going to be involved, so it looks like Emil Kraft again. So look, he gave away the free kick. He was a little bit shaky last time out, but he was involved in the goal, the original cross that came in, that was eventually put in the net by Joe Willock. So look, we've just got to give him all of our support. I know the fans down at the stadium will sing their heart out for all the lads, including Emil Kraft. He can come in, he can do a job. And look, we're not playing Chelsea away yet. We're not playing them yet. So with the greatest of respect, Brentford, we should be able to get by with Emil Kraft, you know, doing the job and doing the business there. I can't imagine them making any more changes to the defence of Jamal Lascelles for the second game in a row. We'll have a watching brief from the bench. It looks like Matt Targett, he looks as if he's been playing in Newcastle's defence for fucking seasons. He looks so good. No wonder he was voted Villa's Player of the Season not too long ago. And if he can keep this up, you know, whatever it really costs to bring him in from Aston Villa, I think will be a worthwhile situation. I think he's a cracking player, I really do. Him and Dan Burn, the last game, were absolutely fantastic. I saw some of the ratings that some of the other journalists give him, and I was shocked, to be honest. But yeah, the defence is probably just going to be exactly what it was before. The midfield, I still can't see Bruno getting a start. I see him getting more minutes from the bench. I can see him getting a 15-20 minute run out this time. It's gradually, slowly integrating them, which is probably the right thing to do, because too many times in the past we've brought in imports from other leagues, like the French league, rushed them in, and then the career's gone tits up. So it's probably better that a slower period of integration, but I can't wait to see him play. He looks so silky smooth, and a real fucking player. So again, can't imagine the midfield trio being split up unless there's anything injury wise. Talking about Joe Linton coming up against Christian Eriksen, who could make, and is in line to make, his debut against Newcastle at the weekend. I think their manager needs to think very carefully, because Joe Linton's back pocket is already absolutely fucking bulging, with the likes of fucking Declan Rice and all sorts of players that he's embarrassed and outworked and outperformed over the last couple of weeks. So Joe Linton, banging form. It's a big call to be able to bring Eriksen back in, but it's great to see him on a football pitch. Great to see him fit and healthy, and that is the main thing there. Newcastle in attack. This is where there is a few question marks about. Chris Wood most certainly will lead the line. Alan St. Maximin, he's been doing a lot of training. extra training. You've seen him do the workout videos and stuff online. I've got a sneaking suspicion he may come back in, and I've also got a sneaking suspicion that Ryan Fraser may miss out, and that'll be a big blow because he's put a lot of work in. Everybody's been having a little bit of fun with the little and large combo with him and Dan Burn, but you know, he hasn't really been training this week. He came off with a strain, a hamstring strain. He was complaining about his hamstrings. I can't imagine us taking a risk with him, because I think Eddie Howe is quite astute like that, and I think he listened to the medical science, he listened to the doctors, and I think he will take a very, very conservative approach to injury management, especially with the amount of games we've got coming up shortly. I don't think we can afford to take many risks, so I still think Jacob Murphy will be in, and we'll probably couple that up with the return of Alan St. Maximin. And yeah, it's a shame for Miggy. Miggy has been putting in extra work when the lads have gone on the days off. He has been putting videos again of him coming into the gym, coming in, working on stuff, trying to improve. So that's the attitude that you want. You want these players who are not in the team at the moment, desperate to get back into the team. So credit to Miggy. Top professional, top lad, lovely bloke, quality footballer as well. Could definitely come in and do a job this weekend, but I don't think that he will. So that's the idea at the moment with how the team's looking. And I mean, Newcastle with that team against Brentford's team, with the greatest of respect, we should be capable of going there and getting a victory. And we are fucking owed a victory after the fucking shit performance that we put out last season. If you remember, if you want to put yourself through that and go back to that time when we were last down in the cup against Brentford, we owe them one. We owe them a performance. And I think, look, the whole Newcastle team, even Kieran Trippier injured, wants to be involved on a match day still. The whole attitude, the whole focus of the football club, I've never seen it this focused. I've never seen everybody rowing in the same direction like this before. It is fantastic to see. It is what the Newcastle fans want to see. Never mind what fucking Brucey used to put out and say, oh well, you know, they only expect a Champions League win. Oh, little old me, I'm having to make do with only this, that, the other, and they're expecting Champions League winning teams. Bullshit. Unity, fighting for the shirt, fighting for the cause, trying to progress, trying to be better, week on week, improving things. If we caught out on something one week, seeing an improvement the following week. All these little things are things that Newcastle United supporters want to see, expect to see, and are seeing under the new manager, but didn't see before under the previous fucking arsewipe, which was Steve Bastard Bruce. Goodness me. So yeah, a little bit of a rant, a little bit of right in the world, and a little bit looking towards this weekend's huge game against Brentford. Yeah, well, tell me, what do you think early doors about what the result could be? Who's going to play? Do you think certain players are going to miss out? Certain players are going to be injured? And let me know what you think as well about Steve Bruce. I know, like I say, he's in our rear view mirror now. We know he's in the pages, the annals of the history and stuff like that. But it's just so frustrating when Newcastle fans who are personally, like, totally vilified, like abused, called worse than shit. And it's like, there's further proof that we were right all the bastard long. Hey, God. Anyway, in the meantime, we're going to get some more bad weather. Fucking whoopty fucking doodah. Leaking bastard roof, all sorts. Well, fun and games. It's fun and games at the moment. The joys. But yeah, keep safe. Hopefully these next couple of days go without too many troubles. We get to the weekend and Newcastle can cheer us up with 3 points and continuing to look up that Premier League table rather than down towards the Championship. We don't want a reunion with Steve Bruce next season. Can you imagine that, him coming back to Newcastle, man? He'll probably be fucking sacked before the season's ended, and yet another manager will also go and he'll get their job, and the merry-go-round of absolutely inadequate dinosaur managers will continue, no doubt. But in the meantime, take care, keep it tuned, and I'll speak to you later.